I'm back. I don't know. I should have been trying to hook my camera up all day, but I was trying to get home today, so I'm back, guys. Okay, so I'm on my other phone. So we're talking about how, hi Danielle, thanks for coming back. Please share how as Black women we need to not use the strong independent Black woman term anymore, because it turns off a lot of men and a lot of people, and a lot of people don't understand what we mean. We don't mean we don't need a man, okay? We just don't need any man. Okay, so getting back to Jacob and Laban, I'm not sure where I was cut off. Hi Samantha, Samethia, Samethia. Oh, that's different. I like that. So with Jacob and Laban, okay, so Jacob met Rachel at the well. You know the story. It's one of my favorite love stories. I think Ruth and Boaz is my favorite love story. Esther and the king, Jacob and Leah. So they, I love, those are my three favorites. Okay. Jacob met Rachel at the well. He kissed her. He fell in love. He wanted to marry her. Laban, Rachel's daddy was like, hold up. How are you going to take care of her? You don't have anything. Because, in those days, they had to pay a dowry. Jacob had to flee his land, so he had his home. So he had absolutely nothing to give to pay for Rachel. Jacob was like, you can't take care of her. How are you going to take care of her? So Jacob and Laban agreed that Jacob would work 7 years to pay for Rachel's dowry, or however way you say it. But also remember that Jacob had the blessing. He had to flee his land because his brother Esau wanted to kill him because he allegedly stole his birthright. But remember, when Rebecca was pregnant, the Bible says that they were fighting in her womb. She was having a hard pregnancy, and God spoke, and Isaac had to pray. This is why y'all need a praying husband, y'all. That don't mean he have to pray like, who's a praying man in the Bible? Daniel, right? He don't have to pray like that. He don't have to be a praying man like Daniel. But he needs to be able to go to God on your behalf. Isaac went to God. God spoke to him and said, there is twins in her belly, and the younger will serve the older. So when it came time for the twins to be born, Esau, the elder son, came forth first, and the mid-nurse took a red string and tied around his head. That's why Esau is known as Enod, means red. Jacob grabbed Esau's heel and pulled him back in. That's why Jacob means stricter heel grabber, okay? And pulled him back in and came out first. But Esau was already marked, because when he came out first, they put a red string over his hand to know for sure that he was the elder one. Jacob grabbed, as a baby now, Jacob grabbed Esau's heel. That's why Jacob is called a heel grabber, and pulled him back in and came out first. But God had already gave the word that the older will serve the younger. So instead of Esau and Rebecca waiting on God and trusting God to manifest his word, Rebecca and Isaac and Esau came up with a plan to trick Jacob to get the birthright. And so Isaac blessed Jacob. And when Esau came for the blessing, he said, you don't have any more blessing? Isaac was like, no, I gave it to your younger brother, and said, you will serve him. So when Jacob went to Laban, Jacob didn't have anything material other than what he came with, but the blessing was on him. You understand? The blessing was on him. And if you read and follow Jacob's life, God spoke to him and God blessed him and ministered to him and tell him, do this, do that, do that. This is how you're going to get more, and multiply this over here. Do this, you'll get more. So he worked 7 years. On the wedding night, Laban, Leah's dad, who should have found Leah a husband, tricked Jacob and gave Jacob Leah versus Rachel because it's not lawful for the younger baby, the younger daughter, to marry before the oldest daughter. Laban should have went out and found Leah a wife. So for those of us that's sitting up in the church believing that God's going to send him to come sit right next to you, y'all better reposition yourself, because I told you that's what I did. I repositioned myself the first time, and guess what God did? God brought my husband and sat him right next to me. You hear me? I didn't even know that man was checking me out all night. Thank God my girlfriend was there. And I texted her. I said, I think he likes you because he's talking to you a lot. She was like, no. He likes you every time you get up. Because it was a networking event. I was networking my first book, Praying for Our Children. It's in the other room. And so every time I got up to give out my cards and stuff and talk to people about my book, she said he was following me around the room. His eyes was following me around the room. And we were talking. I would duck in and out of the conversation. And then he leaned over and he said, you must have your mother's legs. I said, what did you say? And then I caught it. So you know what I did? I was facing my girlfriend. He was sitting on my left hand side. When he saw that and I caught that, you know what I did? I turned my chair and I gave him more legs. Hi. Now, where did you say you work? And for the rest of the night, honey, I was giving it to him. Okay, I was, really interesting. Really? I didn't give him the independent black woman attitude. I gave him the gracious spirit, that sweet girl, because something we need to understand, ladies, those of us who make it, we have our own money, we have our own house and cars. When you meet a prepared man, none of that matters. It doesn't matter because he got all that. What he need is somebody who's going to support him, support his dreams, vision. And so I was reeling him in. I was getting all the information. And he said, it's very smart of you to be marketing your book. I was like, thank you. And he said, listen, ladies, listen. My father said, make sure he love his mama. He said, my mother loved to read. I said, she does. Do you think she would like my book? And he said, I think she would. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to get 10 copies of your books from my coworker. Bought 10 copies of my book. Not that time. The month he took. Remember I told y'all it took a whole month to call me, to take me out. But it doesn't matter. It didn't matter because I was what? Dating. I was out gathering data on other guys. So it didn't matter that it took him a whole month. Okay. Getting back to Laban and Jacob. Jacob got Leah, slept with her all night and didn't know it was Leah. Now, how sad is that? It wasn't until morning he woke up and looked at her and, oh my God, it's not Rachel, it's Leah. How disgusting is that? Okay? And then that's when he found out the younger should not marry before the older. So then Laban said, okay, you can have Rachel too after you fulfill her weeks. Because, in those days, wedding lasts 2 weeks. So after 2 weeks, Jacob was able to marry Rachel, and then he worked an additional 7 years. So in all, he worked 14 years for the woman he loved. This is why I tell y'all ladies, stop building these men. Stop being Polly the Potter. Because when a man loves you, that's what my daddy said. That's why he had me to break up with my college sweetheart. He said, baby, you love him too much. Your husband needs to love you more than you love him. Not that you don't love him, but that's why the Bible says, why husband should love the church, the wife like Christ loved the church. How did Christ love the church? He died for the church. Okay. That's why some women out here working 3 and 4 jobs while he stay at home eating bonbons and playing video games. She loves him too much. All right. So ladies, I just want to encourage you. Drop the independent, strong, I don't even like that word to describe women, except be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God. Other than that, when God told Joshua to be strong, be very courageous, Other than that, I don't even want to hear strong. I mean, that word makes me tired. I'm tired right now. I'm tired. I'm going to go sleep right now. I don't, no. Okay. No. Drop it. Don't say that anymore. Stop saying that. Stop putting that out there. Because it's a turn off. It's going to do two things. One, it's going to turn off men like my husband, because he said I was refreshing. Because my husband is in marketing. He meets a lot of people. And I'm like, this man ain't married. Why are you not married? Which is a good thing, because then, he married me. He said, I have never met a woman that I want to spend the rest of my life taking care of. See that? Because, he learned from his daddy. He said, I've never met a woman that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with, that I want to spend the rest of my life taking care of. And he said, when he met me, I was refreshing. I was all about him. So tell me more. You work where? Oh, sounds interesting. What do you do? Wow, he gave me his business cards. I was like, oh, wow, executive vice president. What does that entail? Talk about him. They love to talk about themselves. You just hold yours in. Just be smiling and be supportive. Interesting. Tell me more. Okay. They like to talk about themselves. Okay. You don't go, well, I'm an independent Black woman. I got 6 cars. I got my degree from so-and-so. I got my house. I got so much money in the bank. Men like my husband, it don't matter. It's going to turn them off. Homosexuals, fixer-upper, builder-bobs, builder-males, they going to eat that up. They going to be like, girl, tell me, girl, you're the bomb. You go ahead, girl, with your bad self. Pay attention. Drop that. You see, poor little Jasmine, I watched 4 shows yesterday, and I'm like, I don't see what people is talking about. Not because she says she's an independent Black woman does that mean she does not need a husband. Okay? I don't want just any man. I need a man who is a provider, who is a leader, who I can submit to, who has a vision, who I can get under his vision. Okay? Sometime he come home and our table seats 10. Okay, I think it was 10. Well, 8 when we're not hosting. He spread out all his blueprint. They all look, it's all little squares with little numbers in them. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. You did that all by yourself. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Y'all, they all look alike. Do you understand? They look alike. Do you understand? They all look alike, okay? They all look alike. Do you understand? They all look alike. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is what his blueprints look like. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Oh, wow, you're so smart. Oh, you're so intelligent. You're so bright. That's what they want to hear, okay? Now, he has conferences every year, and 1 year was in Florida. My dad is in Florida, so I went. My dad is in construction. So my dad came to see the baby because he didn't meet the baby. So my dad have on dirty construction clothes. So Michael was like, bring your father in so I could show him what I do. I said, my father, he's not dressed. It's a conference. He's not dressed. He was like, it's okay. Bring him in. So I was like, Mike, my father is not dressed. He don't want to come in, blah, blah. Do you know Michael came outside and got my father and brought him inside? I had this Dunkaccino. Him inside. And in my head, I'm thinking, why you need to be showing him what you do? My father leaned, my biological dad now, not my spiritual father. My biological, okay? Be graceful. Have a spirit of grace about you. They don't want you to tell them all about you and what you do. Save that for your mama. Save that for your best friend. Save that for your girlfriends. Call me. Don't call me. Facebook me or text me. There's only a few people who could call me. Talk to me. Tell me. But when you meet, how wonderful. Congratulations. Say stuff like that. Say stuff like that. So I reeled him in really, really good that night. But I guess maybe not, because it took him a whole month. He said he was working. He had end of year contracts, so he couldn't, he wanted to get that out. But let me tell you, when he finally called the Thursday, he wanted to take me out tomorrow, and I was like, no, I have a date. I had no day job. It's just that, don't hop to it like you didn't have anything else to do. He wanted to go Saturday. I said I was busy. He went Sunday after brunch. I said, no, I have plans. So I went out with him Monday. Before we were halfway through the dinner, he asked for another date for tomorrow night. I told him, no, I have plans. So we went out Wednesday night. I went out with him 3 or 4 times that week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday morning. Okay. Reel him in, honey. Reel him in and then drop him. Okay. Reel him in. Drop him. So when he called, that whole month, I didn't call him. I didn't text him. I didn't Facebook him. Because like my daddy say, if a man wants you, he'll come see about you. Okay. But when he called me that Thursday and wanted to take me out tomorrow night, I was like, no, I'm busy. So can you imagine what was going through his head? Like, she busy. She got a date. Yeah, I have a date. I have plans. I wasn't just sitting here waiting for you to call me. So ladies, I have to run over to my Married at First Sight group. But I'm begging you to please drop the strong, independent persona. Don't say it. It's a turn off. Because they don't understand. I understand what you're saying. But a lot of people don't understand. They don't understand that you're saying is... Nicole, we went for a walk in the park. Because I realized he was coming on strong. So I started working my list. Okay, working my lists. I used to run track. Can you keep up with me? Okay. Find something else to talk about. Talk about your gifts. Notice I was marketing my book. He was impressed with that. He said he thought that was smart that I was out marketing my book. But please, I beg of you, do not use that. Just try to get that out of your vocabulary. Okay. Have a spirit of grace about you. Have a spirit of gracefulness about you. Just said I was fake dating multiples. Yes. Yes, I was. Rebecca. Yes, I was fake dating. Okay. But when he saw my picture, what made him finally call me was I was out on a date with somebody else. I didn't post the guy's picture, but I posted my picture and I was out on a date, and he jumped in my inbox. Then he called me, and it's been good ever since. So I beg of you, please drop the strong black woman persona. It's a turnoff to prepared type husbands. Who will love this is somebody who wants to screw you and leave you, or build a bobs, fixer uppers, build a male, somebody who's looking for somebody to take care of homosexuals. That sound good to them because you're letting them know you can take care of them. Okay? When you're talking to a man, you need to zip it. Shut your lips. Shut it and listen, because you're trying to get the data. See, he's trying to see, are you what he want? He wants a supportive woman. He wants, hey Shonda, he wants a woman who can support him, who can encourage him. My husband said I was a good mom. He loved that. I talked about my daughter all night because the book was about my daughter. He loved that. Okay, so he's looking at you and he's listening to you to see, can she support me? Can she support my dream? Can she come under my vision? Or is she always going to talk about her and her six figure salary and her car, her truck, and all that? So while he's listening and watching you to see if you can be the supporter that he needs, you need to be listening to him to see if he can be the provider that you need. Okay? So I was listening to him that night. Oh, honey, I turned all the way around. I turned this way. He was sitting there. I turned this way. I was giving him more legs. He complimented me on my legs. You know, I used to run track. I have very nice legs. I still do. So I turned around and I gave him more legs. Okay. And when he said, I'm going to buy 10 copies of your books, I was like, oh my God, thank you. He grabbed my hand. He said, you're welcome. Connect. Okay. But it still took him a month to call me. So remember, ladies, position. Okay. Position. He's listening and watching to see if you're what he needs. That's why my husband said, I was refreshing. Okay, he said, you was very refreshing. And he said, you were so pleasant and you were so gracious. Okay, and when I was leaving, ladies, I went up to him and I said, thank you so much for being a perfect gentleman. You are so wonderful. You're such a gentleman. And I gave him a hug, you know, bought my books. Okay, let me see if I can go back and answer some questions. Okay, so please, ladies, no more. I'm an independent, strong black woman. No more. When you're with your girlfriends, yes. When me and you talk inbox, yes. Talking to a man, no. Don't use it ever again. Take it out of your vocabulary, okay? Because they don't understand. Okay, and they think because we're a strong, independent black woman, because we can pay our bills and take care of ourselves, that we don't need a man. No. We just don't need any type of man, okay? We need a provider type of husband, a leader, a head, okay? Let me go back and see. I'm sorry the thing cut off twice. Okay, all right. Righty. Thanks, guys, for jumping on with me. Please share. Remember my YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Please share. And my new book is coming out, How to Gather Data on the Guys You Meet. Gather data. Listen, you're talking too much, ladies. Stop talking so much, okay? Stop talking. Listen, okay? No more talking. Listen. Compliment him. Okay. You didn't have to go find him. Just enjoy yourself. Right. I was out enjoying myself, doing my book, and the man was flirting with me all night, and it didn't hit me, okay? Turn that feminine on. Yeah. Yeah, honey. I had on a short dress. Come up here. And knee-high boots. So there was this much leg. And fishnet stockings. Okay. That's very sexy. So when he said, you must have your mother's legs, I turned. Honey, I turned. And I gave him more legs. Thank you. Where did you say you work? Oh, that's wonderful. Took out his business card. I was like, oh, executive vice president. Wow. Congratulations. What does that entail? Blah, 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 blah. All the time I was just smiling and drinking. Oh, that's wonderful. How commendable. Really? Yeah. Eat it up, child. He was eating it up. Yes, here goes some takeout. Yes. He said his mother loved to read. And he bought 10 copies for the for some of the moms at his office. He gave them to them. They love those books. They still talk about it. After the final, Alicia ran down, doesn't even make but a piece of the pie of you. Right. Exactly. Because another thing, ladies, that's why I say you don't have to put everything on your list. I love a man with a nice mouth and teeth. My husband has the most beautiful teeth you've ever seen. Beautiful. And he's handsome. He's good to look at. Okay. Okay, ladies. So you don't have to put everything on your list, but you just kind of know. Like, I could never marry a yuck mouth. Ugh. Be selective. It will be long. Yep. Hi, Denise. Yep. Nicole, you're right. Saturday morning brunch. We went for a walk, and then he took me for breakfast. I was fake dating. Sure is. I was fake dating. I had no date, but neither was I gonna let him think I was sitting waiting at home, twiddling my fingers, waiting for him to call me. Who said lying but being cute? Hello. Oh, you was dating her, but you kind of knew he would probably be the one, just seeing if he would bite the bite. Right, right. Nowadays, maybe your fans. Thank you, Rebecca. I know this may be hard for a lot of women to do because they keep screaming thought worldly woman or woman. Now look like, what if they focus on you and men? You like, yeah. Can't be thoughts. Okay, you can't be thoughts. Fix the males, build-a-bobs, homosexuals, Polly the Potter. If that's what you want, that's what you're gonna get. You got dress for the occasion. Okay, there's a story in the Bible of Jesus. They had a priest and there was a man in old raggedy clothes. You got dress for the occasion. You can be sexy and still be very modest. Okay, remember I talk about highlighting something that's good about you. If you have a lot of boobs, don't do the boobs, because everybody know that's what we're doing. When we're showing the boobs or cleavage and a whole lot of stuff, they know. You got to find something else. Maybe your waist. There was a guy that loved my neck. Every time he saw me, I had to drop him because that was a fetish. He wanted to touch my neck. We would be talking. We would be sitting across from each other, and all he's doing is looking at my neck. You have such a beautiful neck. Oh, your neck is so long. It's so pretty. I dropped him. Highlight something else. You see my legs? He saw my legs. And let me tell y'all, ladies, I know the church told us otherwise, but they don't marry us because you're a sweet girl. Okay? Not at first. Men are attractive to what they see. They have to see something. Either your butt, your boobs, your legs, your eyes, your ears, your neck. Something about you has to attract them to you. And then later they find out how sweet and nice and gracious you are. Okay? A man that wants something decent will pick decent. A man that doesn't. Yeah, sure do. I hear it. Lying but being cute. Let me get me a drink. Kevin, don't get no drink. Hey, Denise. Where you been all day, girl? Keep your dignity always. That's right. Him and your neck went together. I had to break up with him. Every time I think about him, I laugh. Even if I see him once in a while. This is me. I'm like this. Cover my neck. He run up to me. He run. Hi, Jay, it is. He's like, looking at me. He's like, hi, he's taller than me. He's like, hi, Jay, it is. Oh, my Lord. All right, y'all. I have to go because I got to go with my other group, Married at First Sight. Married at First Sight, ladies, let's go on over. But, ladies, I love you. Thanks for watching. Please remember to share. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel under my name, Janice Hilton Thompson. But you could also do Church Girls Want to Get Married too, because I'm on a mission to get my church sisters married. Too many of our women are single in our church, okay? Always at the church, every day. All right? Lord, my eyes are red. Tired. So I came home. We went away for the weekend and came back. I lay down for about an hour and a half. All right, I love you guys. Any other questions or statements before I run? Nope, they're not. And do you notice how women who come in the church from the streets get married quick versus the woman that's been sitting in church all their lives? Do you notice that? So ladies, remember, okay, let's just drop that. We don't need to say that. A prepared man don't matter. And I asked my husband this morning, I said, did it matter how much money I made? He was like, why would it matter? Don't matter. And my husband had a townhouse when we met. When we came here to this house was at least $500 cheaper than what he was paying over there. So I saved him money. I tell him all the time, you know, I save you a lot of money. I think you should give me that extra $500 a month. You know? He said, yeah, baby, that's why you're so smart. Yeah. It doesn't matter. It don't matter because he don't need my money. And that's what I needed. I needed a husband. My dad, let me tell you, my father told me that the least a man can do is put a roof over your head and food on your table. So when I was dating, I kept that in mind. Comfortable roof over my head and food on my table. And if a man was not able to do that, I was not interested. If he needed my money to do that, I was not interested. If he needed my help to do that, I was not interested. Okay? She had something too. I'm not on church. I'm not married. You're not in the church girl group, Denise? I think you are. Synagogue. We're trying to get you married too, boo-boo. And Denise is just like the most wonderful woman ever. Denise, you have to come to New York, honey. Okay? Maybe a change of atmosphere. You'll meet somebody. Right hand if here, honey, the extra money can go. I remember the first time I tried to treat him for his birthday, child. He turned red. You know, my husband is like a lighter complexion than me. I'll tell y'all that story one day. He turned red, like somebody was beating him in his face red. Yes, basic necessities, absolutely. And another thing, ladies, I know people go in on me, but what about when you go to have a baby? Then what? He can't pay the mortgage by himself. You got to get up and run back to work after. I know somebody went back to work 2 weeks. 2 weeks because her man couldn't do it by himself. I said, what you doing here? Girl, you know he's a bum. And I'm looking at her like, yeah, but you just had another baby for the bum. I didn't say that, but that's what I wanted to say. I took 6 months off. It didn't make a difference. And I wanted to take a year only because I didn't want it to mess with time off, wanted to mess with my pension. I know this other girl, she took a whole year off. Okay, her husband was in construction. She was like, oh, I'm staying home with my baby. And both kids, she took a year off with both kids, and her kids are like 2 years apart. I took 6 months off. Didn't make a difference. Okay, but it comes in the choosing, ladies. Comes in the choosing. Look out for my next book. Print is going to be $20. Ebook is going to be $10. It is over 300 pages. It is good, and it's really, really, really funny. And you guys are going to learn a lot about the guys you meet, how to pay attention to the words they say, what they say. I think I shared, I could talk to a guy for 1 minute and know if I wanted to go out with him again. I just got so good at collecting data on the guys that I met that I could talk to him for a minute. Okay? If he didn't talk like Barack Obama, I wasn't interested. So I found out today what that term is. Denise, what is that term for people who are attractive to other people because of their to intelligence? That's me. Right? I found that out today. Like, I love smart men. I love, the Barack Obama, the, God forbid, the Cory Booker, until rumors started swirling about him. Then he didn't do too well with Newark. And, those are the type of guys I like anyway. So he wasn't like that. Bye. But that's because I find it very sexy. And, I find it very, very, very sexy. Sometimes my husband is talking about what he's doing, and I'm like, what you say? What, Dad? What you say? I find it sexy. I love smart men. You know, I love brilliant men. So if you didn't talk, you didn't sound like Barack Obama, I was out. Bye. Demisexuals. No, it's not demisexual. It's something sapien sexual. We find intelligence sexy, turns us on. Yes, that's me. That's me. And hello, I'm going to be 42 years old this year, and I finally figure out what I am. Yes, we find intelligence very sexy. So if he wasn't intelligent, I wouldn't. I was like, oh Lord. Guy come up to me, sup mama. I was like, ooh, no, goodbye. All right, guys, I love you. Thanks for watching. Please share this video. Please remember to subscribe on YouTube. Oh, let me put the link. Let me put the link for you guys. And I have a lot of videos on YouTube. I basically just record it here and transfer it there until I get my camera working. When she said that, I knew right away, no, it's sapiosexual. Oh, sapiosexual. Oh, yeah, sapiosexual was a new one for me, but I'm all for it. Me and my mom were talking about that yesterday about my dad. Yeah, Denise. Yeah, I figured your dad was a very intelligent man, right? I asked Denise a question. Denise, could you ask your father? 60 years, Denise. That is so beautiful. See, Denise's parents been married for 60 years. Isn't that a blessing? On Thursday. Congratulations. Congratulations. So let me share my my YouTube here. If you could just run over really quick and subscribe, I would appreciate that. And thug a rug men, goodbye. Oh no, honey. You know the thugs, they didn't talk to me. They did not talk to me. They didn't bother with me. They didn't talk to me. The way I carried myself, they didn't talk to me. There's my YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Please share. All right, guys. I have to go because I have to go see my people over at Married at First Sight. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. I don't know what my schedule is like this week. I am behind. I did email my editor today about my book blurb for the back of my book. I don't know if she responded, but I gotta get this. Excuse me. I gotta get this out. All right. I love you guys. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for watching. Remember, ladies, we're not going to do what we're not going to do anymore. We are not going to say we're independent, strong, independent black woman anymore. It's nothing wrong. It's just that it turned men off. Okay? Okay. And we want good husband, good provider type husband. Okay. Now let me tell you, my husband, frat brothers, they're all provider types. My husband, frat brother, met his wife. She owned a restaurant. He met her. He married her. Bought the restaurant. Did he buy the restaurant, marry her, and retired her? Okay. And they have a nanny. They have 3 kids. All smart, brilliant, intelligent. They're like engineers and doctors and all of them. Very smart men. You know, alphas are known to be very smart. I remember the night my husband told me he loved me when I went to this event and all his frat brothers was lined up. So he had to give a speech, and he asked one of his frat brother to take care of me while he was away. So his frat brother came over and said, Janice, Michael says to bring you this drink and for me to take care of you while he's away. And I looked at that man and I had to remember, I'm here with Michael. I'm here with Michael. Smart man. All right. I love you much. I was too much. They need somebody down for the struggle. You was too much. Nope. No struggle, man. All right. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. And please remember to share. Bye-bye.